Hey Gecko fans, this is Wally with Supreme Gecko, and today is bug day. We just got in 20,000 worms, and I'm just opening them, but I've got two things that I want to share with you. One, a really quick tip on not splattering these all over the place when you open these boxes. This is going to save you a lot of effort and not have you do 52 card pickup when you open these boxes. The other is a tip to save you a ton of money. Join me. Have you ever opened a box of worms and they just go all over the place? You try to spill them out into your tub and they're just all over the floor. You just cannot control them. Well, here's a secret. We're not going to use this tub, although this is what we're going to keep them in. We're going to use something different. This is a 27 quart. This is about a 60 quart tub. So just watch how much easier this is going to be. I take my box, I open it, and of course, we're going to find the worms. If you've ever ordered in quantity like this before, you're going to find them in bags like this. I'm going to go ahead and open this bag. Luckily, I've been a fisherman for many, many years, and I can take this knot out fairly quickly. So I open the bag, and as you can see, there's tons and tons of worms. I think we have 5,000 worms in each one of these bags. I went ahead and took all the worms out of this bag. Here's a little tip for you. If you do isopods or you do screening of any type for bugs or reptiles, you can actually use these bags for your screening. Just cut out squares, drill a hole, put it right over the hole. So now we have to deal with paper. Now again, if we were doing this over a shallow pan, like I showed you before, that 27 quart, this would be a struggle. But with this larger box, it's as simple as undoing this paper, shake it a couple of times. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these worms. We'll take a look at how many 20,000 worms is. Well, we've knocked out 2 boxes. I have 2 more to go. You can see how valuable this big tub is. So far, tub, 10,000 worms, floor, 0. There's 3 down, 1 more. Stay tuned because I'm going to tell you how you can save a lot of money on mealworms, and also I'm going to show you how we prepare them for feeding our geckos. Let's do that 4th box. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what 20,000 mealworms looks like. This is about an inch deep, folks. And I tell you what, looking through this, check this out. There's hardly any dead ones. Very, very few. 20,000 mealworms. So obviously I'm not going to use 20,000 mealworms in the next 4 or 5 weeks. We're going to go through quite a number of mealworms, but not that many. So we have to set up our tub for the mealworms that we're going to use right now. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop up. Usually I have a scoop to do this, but we'll go ahead and get a good couple of scoops here for the mealworms that we'll use in probably about 2 weeks. So what are we going to do with the rest of the mealworms, you're asking? I'm going to show you in just a second. So we've got the mealworms that we're going to go ahead and put away for feeding this week. To prepare these for feeding, I'm going to take wheat bran. See if we can see that. And I'm just going to add a little bit to the mealworms, and more importantly, we're going to take shredded carrots, and we're going to go ahead and give an ample feeding for these guys. That gives the mealworms moisture. Okay, still have probably about 17 or 18,000 mealworms still sitting here. So here's what's going to save you money. Don't order, if you use, let's say, 1,000 mealworms in a month, don't order 1,000 every single month. The shipping will be astronomical. What you want to do is order more than that. Let's say 4, 5, 6,000. Bring them in, keep aside 1,000 that you're going to use in that month, and then put the rest in a refrigerator. If you put the rest in a refrigerator, they'll stay fine for up to 2, 3, 4 months. So let's go ahead and set these aside, the ones that we're not going to immediately use. And this is super easy. I take my little shallow containers. I scoop up probably about 2,000 or so. Now, you can use paper towel, or you can use some of the paper that we used, that we actually had come in with the mealworms. And I'm going to take my container. I'm going to take about half of this paper. And what's the use of this paper? Well, it helps absorb some moisture that might come into the mealworm container. You really don't want moisture in your mealworms, because that will make them go bad really quick. So we put the paper in, seal it, and it's going right in the refrigerator. I'm going to do the rest with the remaining 15,000 here. That's a lot of containers. And we'll go ahead and start feeding those other mealworms probably tomorrow after they get gut loaded with those carrots. You know, there's really not a whole lot of care with mealworms, but if you want to learn more about what to feed them and how to care for them, make sure you watch this video right here. Lots and lots of information that you'll get so much value out of. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next video.